Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special video for you. I am going to be propagating this beautiful San Pedro cactus, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So stay tuned. Now this San Pedro cactus is actually a cutting from my mom that was given to her. This part, lower part here where it's cut, this is the top part of where it was cut. The original had roots down at the bottom here, and then I let this one callus over and planted it. And that was probably a good almost a year ago, last summer I think. Well, further than that. Anyway, during that time it grew this arm here, right here, and from right about here to here grew another foot, about the same distance as this arm. So it's getting a little long and lanky, and I want to fill up the pot too that it's in, so I'm going to cut this arm off and then cut right here. And I will show you how I do that, and then also give you some instructions on how to let it callus over. Now this video is going to be probably in 3 parts. First part today will be my showing you how to cut it, and then in this same video I'll show you in about a week or so how it's calloused over and how I repot it. And then I'm going to wait some time to let it root, and hopefully within that time frame, I don't know how long that's going to be, it will start growing some new arms too. So the making of this video is going to be over the course of a few weeks, but that's just really how it needs to be done with these types of columnar type cactus. Now this is a San Pedro cactus. You can do this pretty much with any columnar long straight type of cactus like this, and it's the same steps and instructions. Okay, now I've got a nice sharp little kitchen knife, nothing fancy. I've got a glove I'm going to wear on my left hand. These are not ones that, you know, where it will stop a spine, a prickly, from going through. I do have my handy dandy tongs that were given to me by a wonderful subscriber. So I will hold the top portion with that too. But I have this just in case I need to grab a hold of it. Now the other thing you can use is a hand towel. Just fold it over and wrap it around the top part of where you need to hold it, and hold it that way. That'll work just as well too. So the first one I'm going to do will probably be the easier one, is this arm right here. And I'm just going to kind of sneak in right here, maybe hold it down below so I can have some good hold on it. And sometimes you just have to pierce it. Take your time with it. And there you go. You see it's a pretty clean cut right there. I'm just going to set that right there and turn this around. So there, right there is where the arm used to be. And I had put these little bamboo poles on it because it was getting so lanky and it was starting to turn. I even put this little stone frog back here to keep it in place. Okay, so now I'm thinking that I don't necessarily want to make these the exact same height. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut a little bit higher. Another reason too, it's thinner up here, so it won't be as difficult or as, take as long to cut down through here as it would up here. And here you'll notice this cutting, I did it at a slant, and this one too, because it's going to be outside. If in fact it does rain, the water will just slide right off. It won't stay puddled on top here and cause some type of root rot. Okay, so I'm going to try right up here. There we go. And see that? It's at an angle. It's at an angle here. Okay. Now, preparing these for planting. Really, the only thing you have to do is wait, because you need this area here to callus over like it did on this original one over here. You could put a little bit of cinnamon on it, which is a natural antifungal, which I may do. I may put a little bit of cinnamon on that. And I'm just going to leave both of these pieces. I'll probably put them on the balcony, on the table, where they're be out in the dry air of outside. But if by chance, and there isn't forecasted in the next week any rain, but if by chance there was any rain, it would be out of the rain. So the key thing is that you want to keep these from getting any type of moisture on them. You want them to dry out completely before you repot them into the soil. Now my thought is going to be to repot them in this area up front right here, so they will fill up this area right here. And I'm hoping then that these will grow some arms. And the arms on these don't grow, out as much. So the fact that they're a little bit close doesn't bother me, because they grow out just a little bit and then up. Okay? So that's pretty much it as far as the first step in getting this plant propagated. One of the easiest plants, cacti, to propagate. And like I said, you can do this with same procedure with pretty much any columnar long type of cacti. And right now, all we have to do is wait.
Day 4.
Okay, so I've let each piece callus over. You can see I did sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on there, and I can tell it's calloused over well because when I push on it, it's hard. There's no squishiness to it. That's one way you can tell. And the top portions, I don't think I can, I have to show you when I'm done. Take the camera off the tripod. But the top portions are calloused over well also. So what I'm going to do is pop these two pieces right up in here. Since there's no roots or anything to really hold them in, I do have a couple of bamboo sticks that I'm going to put there. Let's do it this way, yeah, because this is the arm that I took off of up here for this one. So I'll pot it up over here. Down in there pretty good. Because since this has absolutely no roots or anything to hold it, I got to put it down in there at least a couple of inches, right about here, so it will, you know, hold itself up, even with my putting the bamboo on there. I need it to have some hold down there. Okay, that should hold it down nicely. And like I said, I am going to wait 10 to 14 days before I water this. That will give some time for the initial roots to start coming in. I don't want to water it without any roots at all, because I risk this being root rot here, or rotting. I'm going to set this back outside, and then I will show you the next piece when it is all rooted up and I can take these bamboo sticks off.
Eventually.
Okay, so it's been about 10 days since I potted these up, maybe a little bit more, like 12 days, and I have gone ahead and watered this pot. I don't think that they have set any really big roots yet at all, but I do not see any signs of dryness, shriveling, or rot, for that matter. And all 4 stalks seem to be doing really well. So I wanted to go ahead and just show you how they look at about 12 days out. You can see the calloused areas here. The calloused areas there look nice and dry. No darkness to them. And so that is all a good sign. They'll start growing arms from this area here on the sides. So there you go, friends. It is super easy to do a propagation on these columnar type of cacti. This is the San Pedro Cactus, but you can do it on pretty much anyone. Like, for instance, if these here, this Mexican post cactus, the blue one there, and even the spiral cactus. Any type of columnar cactus, you can do the exact same type of propagation on them. So don't be afraid to try that, okay? Thanks so much, friends. I appreciate your watching this series, this little video series of how to propagate a San Pedro cactus, and I hope that it encourages you to try it for yourself, okay? If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. That helps me out so much, and I will see you in the next video. Take care now. Have a